Don't know how I feel about that. Wow, nice move. Alrighty, hello everyone. I'm back here with another Templates of Rapid game, Adjust. My mic wasn't working at first, but I got it to work. I'm gonna play some Knight of 3 G3 stuff. I've been enjoying it lately. And against the Fianchetto, I like to counter Fianchetto. And I have this my snipers on both sides of the board here. It's a fun way to play. D6, preparing E5, so I like to play D4 to kind of try to stop him from playing E5. He plays C5 though, so I'll play C4, gaining space in the center still. He can take I don't care. I actually just played a blitz game in this exact same opening. Now he plays knight c6. I could consider pushing right now. Like legitimately, I could push. Like why not? Kind of like it. Not really clear what he's doing over there. Yeah, that's so ugly. But hey, I got connect 4 from the opening, which is pretty cool. Maybe I didn't have to push, but I feel like I can't be bad. Can't be bad, but maybe it wasn't great. Not sure. Preparing b5, I'm not really sure what to think about that move. I'm just gonna play knight c3. I don't think there can be anything wrong with this move. Guarding b5 one time more. One more time, not one time more. Even play e4 potentially. And then takes, and my bishop on b2 is hanging. I could also play this move. But his idea is b5. He really wants to get at my center, which makes sense. I'll play a4, but that looks strange. What if I don't care about b5? I wonder if d5 was a mistake by me, because now my bishop is locked in. So d5 might have been a huge positional mistake, even though it looked good. Because where is my play? Like, legitimately, where is my play? Queen c2, b5, e4. Maybe that's where my play is. So maybe I need to play for e4 and e5. That's my plan. Queen c2, b5, rook e1, takes, e4. Why queen d3? Bishop f5. Bishop f5 looks annoying. Queen c2, bishop f5, e4. I like queen c2 because it guards my bishop on b2. Queen c2 takes, and takes. So my bishop on b2 is still loose in a lot of cases. Queen c2, bishop f5. Rook e1 then maybe? Of b5, e4 like this. Let's do it. Let's go rook e1 and e4. I thought for a long time on that move. Almost 3 minutes. Don't know how I feel about that. Wow, nice move. I do get my bishop back. Get my pawn back at least, I mean. Yeah, let's do it. I get my pawn on e7. I get the pawn on d6 as well. Attack this guy. Even if he forces my rook to move to back to f1, I don't think I care. Like, do I care? I don't want to lose my rook, but I mean, like, this pawn is hanging. I actually don't hate this position for myself, because this bishop is still really strong on this diagonal. And like I said, this pawn is just hanging. So he might have just misevaluated that sequence of trades. I'm not convinced it's that good for him. I'm not super convinced. He goes rook e8. I could take. Rook d8. I can take and then take on d6. I'm winning a pawn at the bare minimum, and my my remaining pieces are not bad. Once he solves the issue of his two minor pieces there, I mean, he does have the bishop pair, which looks really strong. And his bishop can go to f5 if I don't take it. Could play bishop e6 to try to maintain his bishop pair. That might not be the worst idea. But I do get this pawn on d6. I assume I want to take it immediately. Then I can rotate my knight back to d5 if I want to. So bishop e6, queen takes, rook d8. Rook d8 is an interesting move. I think then... Okay, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's saying, I don't care that you're going to take my pawn. I have compensation. I'm going to develop like a madman. I think I'm going to play knight g4 here. I think that's not a bad move. Or knight g5, I should say. I want his bishop pair at all costs. I think I want to play this move. Yeah, I want his bishop pair. If he maintains his bishop pair, that's really bad for me. Like, if I do take that pawn, I think he's correct that that's a really great sacrifice for him. He's going to force my queen around and then develop his last minor piece, and pretty good for him, I think. I don't know about that, though. That move looks horrendously bad. I think I'm just going to take. Take. And I'm going to take this pawn, too. And I'm going to be up 2 pawns. Rook d8 I'm not scared of anymore. And this pawn is hanging, which is good. So I have nothing to worry about. Oh, is his idea that my knight doesn't have many squares? It can't really get out very easily. Oh, but if b6 or b5 attacking my knight, like I'm winning knight g6 check, winning the rook. We're winning the rook on f8. This rook on f8 is undefended. Okay, he plays that move. Makes enough sense to me. I think I'm just going to play queen takes. Queen takes pawn, b6. Okay, that's a tricky move. b6 is very tricky. And he's sacrificing this pawn too. So, because if I take this pawn, then rook e8. Oh, but then... Oh, I can't defend it. Takes b6, queen here. Takes b6. Now the knight's being attacked one more time. I was playing pretty good. Rook d1. Takes. Takes. Bishop e5, and I can take the pawn. Let's go rook here. Oh, bishop d4. Maybe I can sacrifice my rook. Go queen e5 check. Not clear where my knight's going still. My knight is still kind of trapped there. That was actually a really cool idea. To have this pawn really blockade my knight from getting out. That was a really cool idea. I think bishop d4 is a very interesting move. Okay. Does that instead, which is probably still fine for him. So now there could be some tactics where if he does attack my knight with his e8 rook, then I have, after I take the pawn on e6, then play knight g6 check and discover attack on the rook. I think he let me off the hook there. I think bishop d4 looked very promising. I think I might have had to sacrifice an exchange, or else I'm in a very bad situation. Maybe I could have traded queens and then played e3. Oh, maybe that's why. If he played bishop d4, trade queens, and e3, that's what he saw. Wow, he's playing pretty well. He's seen a lot of moves, very tricky moves. So I guess I somehow maybe rook d8 was the best move there. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. Not a little bit, a lot of it. I'm just gonna play this, and once again, his rook is loose on that square. His rook is very loose. I think I'm going to be close to winning here. His knight's still on b8, which is so bad. I think he can't even play knight c6, and I could take his knight, because after rook takes, then knight takes rook, and he has to use his rook to keep my knight trapped, or it probably can't even be trapped. although it probably can be actually now that I'm looking at it. Knight c6 would be an interesting move though. But I could probably still play knight takes g6 check, winning the rook. Or I could take the knight. I think both are fine. But probably knight takes g6 is more winning if knight c6. Okay. My knight got out. I'm just going to play this move. I'm happy. My knight got out. That's all I care about. Honestly, that's all I care about. Awesome! Woo! Okay. It worked out for me in the end. I think d5 was probably a good move when I took that early space. So d5 was a good move. And I think, yeah, rook e1 is not the best way to play, though. What is the best way to play? Is it queen c2? Or queen d2? I think maybe queen c2. That can't be good, though. Bishop f5? What happens if bishop f5? Queen c1? And if then b5, knight d2. So it does want to keep in touch with the bishop. And it wants to allow bishop f5. And the idea is to get e4 in. So b5, let's say knight d7. I assume we're going to play e4 now. e4. Oh wait, the bishop's trapped. This bishop is trapped. Okay, how do I not have the bishop? Let's say rook a7, for example. e4, bishop here, and f4. And we are going full throttle down the board. So that's the plan I had to enact. I had to think about this move knight d2. I didn't really think about that. Can I play knight d2 over here? The answer is yes. I can play knight d2 here as well, allowing b5. And once again, I can go queen c2 or e4 immediately. Or queen c1. They're all good. They're all good. Okay, interesting. I play this move instead, and he plays this. So it was a mistake because I do win this pawn. And oh my gosh, yeah, he can't take because of knight g6 check. Wait, what? There's a checkmate here? Oh, duh, you I could have just taken the pawn. Although it's still rook here though. How is this okay? Queen f4, and once again you can't take the rook. Once again you can't take the rook because of checkmate threats. So king g7, knight d5. And if you take, then wow, knight g5, you're getting absolutely cooked. And yeah, it's gonna be mate soon. Wow. Okay. So okay, I had a big miss when I with rook f1. Queen takes d6. It says call black's bluff. I don't know, man. I guess this pawn is hanging. Ah. Wait, you don't even. Oh wait, for some reason I thought this bishop's diagonal was open. It's not. Let's say. And now knight g5. Okay, I can see why it's better. Okay, what about knight d7 though? Knight g5 still. So saying white has this huge attack with these knights. Fair enough. Yeah, it's not so clear though, to be honest. I guess once you see that knight takes, attacking the rook, f takes, and rook b d1. I'm sorry, what's the move? Queen f7? Wow. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I did not see all that. But that's interesting. So I had to call black's bluff. I thought my move was good though. Even though it's an inaccuracy, it's still better for white. And I thought it was more practical. And once again, I thought bishop d4 was losing for me, or not losing, but not good for me for a second. But then, as I said, queen takes, rook takes, and d3 is winning for white. This rook on d8 is undefended. Rook on a7 is not impressing anyone. So yeah, I mean, bad move, but I mean, he made it pretty quickly. He made it within 10 seconds. So he was trying to play fast, put pressure on me, but my position was too good to mess up, thankfully. So, all right, well, I'll end it there, and I will see you guys in the next one.